Howdy, fellas. Welcome back to TNN Broadcasting, where we bring the news to you. Once again, we have your favorite news anchors. Me, Gino Martinez, and my buddy.
Wentworth Haliburton. This week we have shocking stories to unravel. And of course, to close the show, we have this week's top 5 jerker offers. But before we get to today's shocking stories, let's take a moment to thank Vitali for helping keep the youth safe from predators.
I'd also like to say thank you to Vitali for going out there and exposing these creeps, as one of these creeps is already being prosecuted in court.
The child lover, Flores Carello, has already posted bond, but is still being charged with traveling in or out of state for a meeting with a minor.
I feel like the law's too soft with these weirdos. Yes, they're being publicly humiliated, but how many of them are actually facing time in prison?
Well, Gino, with DeSantis wanting to enforce the death penalty via crucifixion on pedophiles, maybe there will be some real justice and make these people think twice before showing up to kids' house with condoms. Now let's get straight into the news.
For our first story, we have breaking news about controversial kick streamer Cheesur. This isn't the first time Cheesur is making headlines, although this time is definitely one of the most bizarre.
What did he do this time?
The self-proclaimed face of kick has been caught chatting with white minors.
We have another pedophile on our hands?
No, not at all. But this is still sparking conflict in the media. Norman, also known as Cheesur, has been giving out N-word passes to young white fellas.
Did I hear you correctly? N-word passes?
Yes, you heard that right, folks. Cheesur, in his infinite wisdom, or lack thereof, thought it would be a good idea to hand out racial slur permissions like their golden tickets to Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. Our sources tell us that he was able to obtain these passes in bulk after he tricked Rashi Miller, also known as Jake Future on the internet, into signing hundreds of these passes in exchange for promised booty. Take a look.
Well, yes. I can see how this is causing roar in the media. Do we have an estimate on how many passes have been distributed?
It's hard telling these illegal schemes, but from our sources, we are hearing there are 120 confirmed passes given out.
Do we know if law enforcement is doing anything about this?
Unfortunately, there are no current laws against giving out N-word passes, and one could make the argument that's protected under the 28th Amendment. However, there have been protests in Washington trying to encourage the lawmakers to do something about it and put an end to this immediately.
Let me guess. As a result, we have little white boys running around thinking they're thugs yelling out racial slurs.
Yup. Stay with us as we gain more information on this horrific story.
In lighter news, it was basically confirmed that LeBron James will be leaving the NBA after more than 20 years of playing for them, due to an unfortunate loss to the Nuggets and what he has expressed about the referees being, quote, effing horrible, as well as showing frustration with the Lakers staff, to undergo bottom surgery and join the WNBA.
That's wonderful, Wentworth. There were rumors a few years ago that he started HRT to improve his hair when people start to see his hair looking fuller. But seeing these rumors come into fruition is a truly beautiful thing.
Indeed, Gino. But we still aren't sure when he will be joining the NBA, either this season, the WNBA, either this season or next few seasons. We are sure he will be an extremely valuable asset to whichever team he will join after his transition.
While the Lakers or NBA organizations haven't made any statements yet, here's what some fans had to say.
Famous streamer XQC made this statement in his livestream about the situation. I'm so happy for LeBron finally expressing her true self. Pat, this is similar to what Caitlyn Jenner did.
Bob Ross Jr. had said, "Fuck LeBron, he wants to be trans? Tell him if you don't want balls, then to drop the goddamn ball and pick up a fucking dildo." Anyways, for our next story, we have dispute about land. And no, it's not about Israel and Palestine. The mayor of Chicago, Brandon Johnson, has officially stepped down from his position to primarily govern the south side of Chicago specifically. Johnson proposes that the south side gets their independence from not only Chicago or even Illinois, but the United States of America. Citizens have backed Dr. Johnson as they agreed that the south side of Chicago should not follow the rules of the U.S. Constitution, and they are ready to go for war. Wentworth, what developments are you hearing as of right now on the south side?
Just like you said, Gino, the citizens are backing up Brandon Johnson. The numbers of Glocks with switches in the location have gone up and will do what they need to. But there might not even be a war. Our analysts are predicting a huge drop in overall crime if Southside Chicago secedes from the country. But on the other hand, if they don't want to be part of this country, a secured border can be expected. And guess who's paying for that? The U.S. taxpayers.
Sorry for my language, but you said we are fucking paying for these shenanigans? What do they expect to happen if they become their own country? What laws would they even want? Or do they even want laws?
Johnson claims in a recent Instagram post that there will be a new legal system altogether. Many Chicago residents, people all around the world who are non-support of this new country, have expressed outrage under said post.
Here we see a comment by Aiden Rose, who TNN sources tell us is the nephew of former Chicago Bull Derrick Rose, saying, "Free Chicago," which accumulated over 1,000 likes and counting. At this rate, we expect to see a lot of conflict going on with the Chicago/SSC areas, as they're starting to call this potential country, as well as many protests throughout the country from both sides of supporters.
Very well, Gino. We hope that the residents of this region can resolve the conflict quickly and find the solution that appeases as many people as possible on both sides. Also in this week's news, about Baby Alien and one of his new co-workers.
Who's the new coworker?
Do you know who Convy is? Baby Alien was seen demolishing his aunt's poon.
Of course I know Coffee, man. He's that wannabe thug that spams the N-word.
Yup, that's him.
So who on earth is Baby Alien? Is this motherfucker from out of this world?
No, he is very much from this world, and is a human. Well, maybe half human. He's not the tallest.
So how do we know Yoda looking ass actually got his hands on Convy's aunt's poon?
They were featured in a fan buzz video. Here's Convy's reaction to their collab.
Video where like she's in a bus with like the clothes on. Like I ain't seen no other shit. You feel me? That's all I
So
see.
you're telling me you didn't end stream get curious and go watch?
No, that was off stream. Like that was like niggas added me.
So you did go watch it off stream?
No, dumbass. I'm saying I got added in it, and so I scrolled up to see what I got added in, and it was that, nigga. I thought I was in a dream. Like you feel me? But
okay.
They didn't fuck. You feel what I'm trying to say? I don't think. Yeah, they didn't fuck.
So why were they in the bus together then?
Promo.
I'm getting sources told that there's a full-on video.
All right, Chaz. I asked you a video chat.
Is there a full video of them
no
fucking?
Way. There's no. All right, Chad. No
30
way.
minutes.
Gino, not sure what you think, but it seems Convy is delusional or in denial. Because I'm almost 100% confident Baby Alien destroyed some Latina poon.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way to argue that.
Neighbors of Convy claim, allegedly, they saw him throw things out the window loudly at 3 a.m., waking up the whole neighborhood after finding out. So he probably knows deep down, but is afraid to face the truth.
For our last story tonight, we have a special guest, Rabbi, joining us to react to Ana Ross's ex-assistant Citrus, as he was featured on a live news segment during a UCLA pro-Palestine protest.
Thank you for having me, Gino and Wentworth. If anyone's questioning my credentials, I'm the head rabbi at the Mordechai Harris Yeshiva, where we teach great young men the teachings of the Holy Torah.
Rabbi, I'm going to play a clip of this young man talking to a Palestine protest. I want you to react and share your thoughts on it. Feel free to pause at any time.
Alright, let's get into the clips.
He says he's a sophomore here at UCLA. He woke up a little late, so he wasn't here for the beginning of this protest, but now we're...
Okay, let's avoid this man's attitude. Do you really care about this? At my institution, our students wake up at 7 a.m. to prepare for their morning prayers.
in front of Dodd Hall. A large group of these demonstrators have now marched into Dodd Hall. So you're saying you know a little bit about what the plan is and their goal.
Yeah, the plan is we're going to walk through the lecture, they're going to protest, and then they're going to come out from the back. And after they come out from the back, they're going to end it.
What is this going to accomplish exactly? I've protested before. I've talked to Martin Luther King Jr., and we demand this route to relieve them. These kids are just disrupting a place of study. How are the kids supposed to get an education when we have little rascals roaming around who aren't supposed to be there?
Supposedly they're not going to do anything too crazy, hopefully not, but yeah, we're trying to make everything as peaceful as we can.
But marching through a lecture, like disrupting class.
I like this woman.
I thought you were married.
Yes, I'm happily married to my wife, Julia Steinberg. I was talking about how she also mentioned disrupting class. And holy Mashika, what is this message even? This man is clueless.
I mean, we're spreading the message. So we're spreading the message. UCLA, you know, you see the staff here, they're with us. They're supporting us, and that's what we like to see.
So the message, and you think this is going to get the attention of the administrators here at UCLA,
Oh yeah,
even though they...
Yeah, I mean, if we're disrupting class, they're not going to want that.
They've said that you will face disciplinary action if you disrupt, if you set up any kind of
Then it shows
barricade.
they don't care about their students and what they believe.
What they believe in is terror. Let me tell
Sorry,
you.
Rabbi. Seems you have an angry viewer in the chat, and he doesn't seem to agree with you.
It seems he wants to join the call and speak to you. Let me add him in here. Hello, sir. What's your name? Hey, is this TNN? You don't remember me? This is Hamza. I was kicked off your show before.
Oh, great.
Hamza, why do you want to join the call? Because this Mr. Rabbi is fraud. There's no such thing as Israel, and the Jews are committing genocide.
How dare you call me a fraud? Do you know who I am? I'm a very well-known rabbi. I've turned many Jewish boys' lives around.
Yes, you probably turn them around and fuck them.
No, not at all. I'm not like the pastor from Vitality Livestream. Let me tell you the story. I had a student who came to me and told me he was watching Jewish porn, and I laughed at it. I told him to come to my yeshiva in the land, and guess what? He turned out to be such a great man.
What do you mean? I watch it all the time, and I'm already a great man.
Okay, this is not okay.
Hey, fuck you. Where he going? He's scared of the great Hamza?
Sorry, Hamza. Seems like we're gonna have to kick you. Well, for the viewers, this is the rest of the news clip.
So you're a sophomore. You're going into some midterms, and I know the quarter is next month. How do you, this kind of this demonstration though, and the message it sends, how is it disrupting other students though who feel differently?
I mean, they have their own beliefs. We have our own beliefs. The students who want to, keep out of it, they can keep out of it. But the students who want to show and represent their voice, they're allowed to represent their voice. We're in the United States where everyone has the freedom of speech. So.
Okay, so were you at the pro-Palestinian encampment a few weeks ago in Royce Quad?
No, I wasn't. I was back home visiting family.
Okay, so this is your first demonstration.
This is my first
here.
First time here on campus for a protest.
Okay, and so you're planning to make your way inside?
Yep, I'm gonna go inside, walk through, and.
And it doesn't worry you that they are saying that you could be arrested, you could be told to stay away from campus for 7 days?
I mean, whatever to keep my voice out in the world, I'll get arrested for,
Okay. So you're determined to follow through with this, and he's with his cell phone as well. So a lot of the students streaming this and on social media, as they had heard about it, you'd heard about it on social, right?
Yeah, well, my friend Aiden Ross, he told me about this, and
Okay.
so I wanted to support him.
Okay.
So,
and again, we've been trying to talk to some of the leaders, I guess some of the main organizers.
They're all busy, so.
Wentworth, do you believe that Aiden told him to go there?
Not at all. But I feel like there's been enough drama tonight. How about we move on to this week's top 5 jerker offers?
That's a wonderful idea. For our honorable mentions this week, we have the reigning champ, Sketch, and as well we have Kevin.
And the moment you've all been waiting for, let's go right into the top 3 for this week. At number 3, we have Ray.
Wow, congrats to Ray, man, moving up on the leaderboards, man. I see a lot of potential in this man. He has good hands for this. And who we got for number 2, Wentworth?
Jake Future.
I have so many questions on the process on how he does this, but I'm just happy that he's being recognized for his great abilities.
Let me see.
Hey, he's in that thing. Wait, that's all you got though, Jay? Though, like one second.
Yeah, hell yeah. Oh.
And Wentworth, who's at the top of the leaderboard this week?
The top jerker this week is John C. Riley.
Man, he wasn't even on here last week, man. How is he number one? He must have something going on.
Indeed, Gino. He did send our team a video on how what he says is his technique that he used to achieve such a feat.
Okay. Yeah, it feels tingly. I'm thinking, okay, here comes. I'm making gravy.
Wow. So he's automated the process using machinery?
Now this is a game changer, Wentworth. I'm extremely interested in how this new tech showcase today will affect the future of these rankings.
Me too, Gino, me too. However, there are many variables with this, because you don't know much about it. How much it costs, how accessible it is to the public, and so on. So it's still anyone's game.
Yep, congrats to all of the top three and honorable mentions this week. And thanks to our incredible hardworking team here at TNN for collecting this information.
Tonight's stories were truly all over the place, with Cheesur giving out passes rampage, still causing riots, as there have not been any legal repercussions. LeBron's transition in both his professional playing career and his gender.
A potential new country succeeding from the US for the first time in a very long time, which is shocking to me personally, Wentworth. And of course, the rather interesting story about Convy.
And we finished the news with a heated debate, allowing both sides to express their opinions on Citrus's news appearance and our everlasting quest to stay as neutral as possible here on this wonderful news station. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'm Wentworth Haliburton.
And I'm Gino Martinez. See you next
See you
time
next time
on
on
TNN
TNN
at night.
at night.